Okay, so we're officially recording this call, guys. All right, so to kick it off, guys, by the way, I want you guys to write down NCT experience on your notepads. I told you all to have notepads ready for tonight's call. Make sure that you write that down. NCT experience is going to be the future. It's going to be what people talk about. It's going to be what people see on social media. And it's scary to think that, I mean, it's scary in an exciting way. What you just said, Josie, it's going to create many millionaires inside of the company. And you know, we're not a company driven by just having a one-hit wonder. We're really going to grow a big legacy here. And so for those of you that have partnered up with NortheStar, and I'll share a little bit here in a little bit as to why, but this company is going to be long-term, and I'm really excited for it. So to kick it off, guys, I want you guys to take some notes. I'm looking down here at my notes. My children, I mentioned this on Facebook, I was sick a couple days a few weeks ago, and my kids took over my office. They turned it into their secondary playroom. So I have 2 playrooms in the house. So I'm not in my office right now, but when you're getting started, guys, there's certain things that you want to do that are crucial that'll kind of raise the odds of success more in your favor, right? There's certain things that we can all do that doesn't mean every time it's going to be like a home run, but it means that the more that we do of a specific thing, the higher the chances are that we can succeed. And so I've put together a list here with Josie, and I want to cover a few things before we get into like the how-to. One of the important things, guys, when it comes down to getting started that I want you guys to take note on before we get into the system and the how-to is I want you guys to look at NortheStar as an upline as well, right? Like NortheStar, the company, is like the first connection that needs to happen. So there's a few things that you want to do when a brand new person gets started. Okay. Number one is you want to make sure that they've liked the fan page, right? If they're not plugged into the information and all of a sudden they're going, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like, I didn't know there was a call tonight. And it's like, did you not get the email? Did you not get the notification on the app? Did you not see the post on the fan page? Did you not see the post inside the fan page stories? Did you not see it on Instagram? I mean, we literally create communication all across the board. So I'm just telling you guys right now, if someone misses something, it's because the upline didn't do their job in communicating it to their teams. Okay. And so one of the things is, guys, is you want to make sure that they've liked the fan page. Okay. What we've noticed recently is that the fan page actually gets 10 times the engagement that the private groups are getting. Now, I don't know if that's an algorithm switch that, we've seen or whatnot. I just know that because it's a public fan page, it's growing fast, guys. And we're seeing a lot of engagement in there. I'm getting a lot of people saying, hey, I went on the fan page and I placed an order after I set up my free website. I love the testimonials that I read there. I love the community that I was looking at. So they fell in love with it, right? So make sure that you're always plugged into the fan page on Facebook. Number 2 is make sure that you're driving people to the calls, to the Zooms, right? Like the company is always going to do their job in providing trainings and resources and all those things, but it's all of our responsibility to drive people to that information. Every Monday night, there's a fast start call at this time. And it's not just something that we say, hey, we hope you remember. We are emailing it out. We are sending it to the teams. We are posting it all over social media. The information's out there. So Monday night will always be a fast start call. Wednesdays, we always have Wellness Wednesday, guys. Wellness Wednesday is when we're going to pop in a few people that share a testimonial that specific week. Sometimes we'll do it in the fan page. Sometimes we'll do it in the private group. But Testimonial Wednesday, you can count on the same time every night where there's going to be testimonials going on. And if you just drive people to the testimonials, it's going to grow your business. And one of the things that we started doing for the first time this past week was, in case you guys haven't seen, like, who here likes the marketing, by the way? I want you guys to drop it too if you're loving the marketing so far, the images and all that stuff. You guys, that's all Jessica. Jessica's the VP or the president of operations. So she handles making sure that Latte's in the building, but she also handles to make sure that she's taking care of the software team, that things are functioning well. But she's also the brains behind all the marketing. And so one of the things that she has started to do is every single week on Wednesday, not only will everyone get an email that there's a testimonial call that night, but everyone's also going to receive a couple of testimonials of that specific week. Okay. Why are we doing that? The reason why we're doing that is because we're getting free websites, right? I'm getting 10 websites a day, 20 websites a day. Every single day, I'm handing out free websites. And guess what? All those free websites that I'm handing out every single Wednesday, they're going to be getting those testimonials, right? And so as a company, we're going to begin marketing to every single free website in your database, not just your existing team, not just your existing customers, but also all the free websites who haven't ordered yet. So imagine if you go and get 10 free websites today and you just say, hey, I just want you to get a free website. I want you to check the fan page, and they haven't ordered yet. But all of a sudden, one day you get a message from them saying, hey, I got that email. Those testimonials were awesome. I already had my free website anyway, so I went ahead and placed an order. And you're like, whoa, right? So the company's going to do our job to market to people, right? So make sure that you know that Monday nights, fast start calls, Wednesday nights, Wellness Wednesday calls, right? And also a lot of people that are brand new to social media, guys, or maybe don't have that much experience on social media, or maybe they've been around for a little bit, but they haven't really, or they don't know where to start on social media. Guys, make sure you're letting them know that in the resources section in the cloud office, there's a social media plug and play that a brand new person can follow, and they can know exactly what to post every single day for the first 30 days. Actually, I think it's 90 days, where they don't have to think about what to even post, right? So those are the things that you want to connect people to. Before we go on to the next thing, Josie, I want to pass it on to you. Also, last thing on that, you also want to make sure, and this I've done a lot, or I've always done, but maybe I haven't taught enough. But one thing that I always do is when I enroll a brand new affiliate, the first thing I say is, hey, when do you got a few minutes to chat? And when they say, hey, call me right now, or call me at this time, I'm giving them a call and I'm saying, hey, hold on a sec. I called Demetrius and I plugged them in on a 3-way call because I want to connect my upline to my brand new affiliate, right? And so you want to make sure as an affiliate that you're connecting your brand new team member to your top 3 uplines. Like, who's your upline? Is it, is it Kara? And then who's Kara's upline? It's maybe the company, right? So it's like, you want to make sure that you are plugging them into the nearest top 3 uplines that's above them, so that if they have a question and you're not there, they can reach to 2 more uplines, right? So connection to the upline, connection to the fan page, connection to the understanding of every Monday night there's a fast start call, every Wednesday there's a Zoom, there's a Wellness Wednesday call, right? And driving people to all that information. So I want to make sure, Josie, you kind of share your ideas here on the importance of making sure that people are plugged into that information.
It's so important, you guys. We're here because we want to be successful, and we've been plugged in. 90% of us have been plugged in. I know I am in a chat with my 2 uplines. I know I'm on the fan page. I know I'm in the reboot page. I know I get the emails. I have the same back office as all of you. We get those notifications at the little bell at the top right-hand corner. So if you're not seeing the information, it's because you're not looking. Sorry. I mean, I'm just that girl who calls people out. You're not looking. Just the same as I call myself out. I have those hard talks with myself in the mirror. Okay. But just the same as you had done with you, and I hope you had done with you, when you reached out to somebody to ask about this product, you should have been invited to the fan page. You should have been taken a minute to take a look at the product, right? So fan page is done, should be done for everybody. That should not be something you have to second guess. It should be, boom, I was prospected. You're on the fan page, okay? You want to make sure to plug in your new affiliates into the reboot group. That reboot group is driven more towards affiliates. It has got such great product information in there. It has got such amazing, I know Ricky's getting ready to do some more uploads in there. You're going to see a comp plan video that's going to go in there. Start using that as a tool for your affiliates. Start sharing the stories from the fan page. But when you bring a new affiliate in, here's my list. I wrote it down to a T. Make sure they're on the fan page, number 1. Number 2, if there is a team page for you guys, plug them in. Get them in those team pages if they have them. That's their layers of leadership for when you are not available, that they can reach out to somebody else and get the assistance that they need. Walk them through setting up their Autoship if they have not yet done it. This is going to be key for your business moving forward. As you personally continue to grow, as the company continues to skyrocket and go through the roof, you're not going to have time to go back and go, I have a team of 20, 30, 40, 100 that I have to walk through and go, oh my gosh, you're not active. You're not going to get paid next month. Don't let somebody leave money on the table. Help them set up their auto ship. What is their goal for their business? Do you know your goal? You should be asking your new affiliate that the minute that you sign them up. What do you want from your business? Don't force your personal goal on them. You need to know, what do they want? How can we help guide them? Is it they want their product for free? Then let's help them get 4 customers. So they are going to get the income to get their product for free. So if you know that, you know where to help to guide them along the way. Get them in a chat or on a 3-way call with at least 2 levels of your upline. Okay, that is key for them to be able to sit plugged in. I set up a friends and family call. Okay, I ask them straight out, what are you doing? Say I sign them up on Sunday. What are you doing Tuesday or Wednesday? Which one of those nights works better for you? If it's Wednesday night, what time? 7 or 8 p.m. I want you to then take your own free conference line number that I hope as a leader you have now set up. And I want you to ask them to invite their 10 closest friends just to support them. It's simple. You literally are going to share your personal testimony and talk about the product and help them get their first customers rocking and rolling. And at that 1 week mark, I love to do either a Zoom opportunity with them or a Facebook event. You need to get this rolling in a key. It needs to become so normal to you that it's the same as putting your pants on every single day, because you're going to have success. You're setting your team up for success. And guess what? If you teach them that way, they're going to teach their team that way. So that fan page, make sure you're getting them in a chat, make sure you know their goals, set up their friends and family call with them. It's huge, you guys. It really is. And
that I do want to talk on that topic that Josie just brought up, friends and family call. I want to get into that. Now, before I get into that, I want to prepare people for what you say on calls. Okay. So one thing that I want to quickly touch on is NCT. So as we start to transition this company, and it's happening, guys, it's happening right now behind the scenes. Watch what happens. But you're going to start rocking NCT experience calls, right? So I want you guys, if you can put in the comments, NCT experience. Basically, if I'm talking to Josie, I say, Josie, I want to share with you what my NCT experience was. Instead of saying, hey, let me talk to you about the NortheStar product. So you can say, let me share with you what my NCT experience was and why I'm excited about it. Okay. And so when we talk about NCT calls, guys, I want to talk about certain bulletin points on what you say in a story, because I was on the phone with Josie a few days ago and she shared her story. It was in 20 seconds. It was bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, okay, we need to automate this, because if people know exactly what to say, and it's not so much about what to say, but bulletin points that what you're going to say about that specific thing. So, Josie, can you walk us through, if you just sign me up, I'm excited. I've been on the products for a few days now. I'm loving it. And I'm going to do my NCT experience call. What am I sharing? What's my format when I'm sharing my experience?
There are 3 major key points, you guys, this is developing your story is what it is. Your personal story you're going to tell. And you guys you're going to get so good at this, you're going to be able to do it in 60 seconds or less. Okay. And I mean 60 seconds or less from beginning to end. Point number 1, this is the first question I want you to ask yourself. What brought you to the product to begin with? What do I mean by that? What were you feeling? Where was your health and wellness before you started with these products? What had you looking at the products to begin with? And literally 2 sentences, not a paragraph. I don't want a medical dictionary. I don't want medical claims. I want 2 sentences of what brought you here. So Ricky, what brought you to these products? What was your health goal?
It can be as simple as I was just I was looking for something and I was tired all the time. And I saw my buddy on Facebook talk about these products that really just gave him a lot of energy. And he'd also dropped some weight, and, I put on some dad bod weight and I got on the products.
Yeah. And it's simple. The second question I want you to answer is, what did you feel on day 1, day 3, and week number 2? If you are not week 2 into the product, that's okay. What did you notice day 1, day 3, and then let's go with day 7? I don't want you to go beyond that 2 weeks, because when you are telling your story to somebody, we live in an instant gratification world. They want to know, how quick am I going to feel it? And what can I expect to feel? So you want to not go out any further than 2 weeks. And then if you have been using the product yourself for longer than 2 weeks, your number 3 question is, how do you feel now? And keep in mind, every single one of these, you guys, literally 2 to 3 sentences. If you want to time me, I can give you my story in less than 90 seconds.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So,
Let's hear it. I want them to hear it.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm doing my NCT experience call. I'm like, guys, I'm excited. I brought on my friend Josie. She's had a wonderful experience on NCT. Josie, can you just share us real quick in a quick minute what your NCT experience was?
So before I got started with these products, I was one of those people that struggled with extreme indigestion and gut issues. I literally could belly up to a bar like a man and belch them under the table. It was ridiculous. I was bloated, felt yucky all the time. Day 1, what I loved, it was so simple to get this product into my day. I mixed all 3 of my products together and drank it for breakfast. By day 3, I had noticeable difference in the bloat in my midsection. By week 2, it all came together. My energy was through the roof. My focus was amazing. And I am now down 12 pounds. I'm at my high school weight for the first time in 25 years. And I feel absolutely amazing.
Boom. Simple. And you guys, one thing is the reason why. So the person that wins is the person that's able to share the best vision, right? So in other words, how you sell a vision is really crucial, because if I go on to someone and I say, gosh, you know what? I got on these products and my first day I lost 10 pounds. I felt amazing and life's been good. And all of a sudden they experience it their first day and they're looking at the scale like, I didn't lose 10 pounds. I don't, you know what I mean? All of a sudden they're like, oh, well, the vision was only a 1-day vision. But when you say, look, this is what I experienced day 1, like I noticed something, right? Day 3 is when I'm like, whoa, like I'm really loving this. But at the end of my first week, I even started to notice a little bit of shift on the scale. It's now been 3 weeks, or it's now been a month, and I'm just, I'm so excited. I'm down this amount of weight, or I just noticed myself being happier, whatever it is, whatever your experience is. It doesn't have to be weight loss oriented, but then all of a sudden they're going, okay. And their brains are like day 1, day 3, week 1, week 2, and they're starting to see a vision. And you don't go beyond that, right? You don't say, hey, I've been on these products now for 37 months. And someone's going like, whoa, wait a minute. So I have to go 37 months or 37 weeks before I have an experience. No, it's like, you always talk in the present tense, whether you've been here for 2 months or 3 months. No one's been longer here than 4 months, but like 3 months, and you're like, hey, you're still talking about your very first day, your day 3, your week 1, your week 2. So anyways, back to you, Josie. That was amazing.
And that's the key of it, Ricky, exactly what you said right there, because none of you guys know I started using these products October 3rd. So you did not know that from what I just said to you. You knew that I started these products. You heard my day 1, you heard my day 3, my 2 week, and then I said, and as of today, I didn't say 90 days later, and as of today. So I want you guys to work on it, and it's going to take you some time. Set your stopwatch on your phone. You're going to laugh at yourself because you will fumble over your words. If you think I got it right off the get-go, I did not. I learned how to develop my story 7 years ago, okay? So don't think that this just, oh my gosh, it doesn't. Take a minute, write down your key points. Think back to the beginning of your experience. And if you can't remember the beginning of your experience already or what brought you here, I'll encourage you, don't take your product for 3 days. Start all over again.
That would be tough. I would dread that.
Look, Ain't happen. You guys, I like have the Rona right now. Okay. My whole family does. And I'm telling you, Stellar X has been a lifesaver for me. I take it faithfully, will never be without that stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to get back to remembering what brought you here. And the minute you forget what brought you here yourself personally to have that connection, take your product away for a minute. Remember. And when you do that, remind yourself when your customer says to you, how long do I have to take this for when they've been using it for 30 days or 60 days? I don't know why you wouldn't want to take it. Do you remember what you used to feel like? This is the new
I love
you.
it.
This is the improved you. This is what new normal life is like now. I remember what I felt like 100 days ago. What I feel like now, forget it. You off your rocker if you think I'm giving it up now. It ain't happening.
And I challenge it because this is what I've been doing. Sometimes to me it happened accidental, but I know Josie's been doing this for years. But for me, just recently, because I'll wear the CEO hat, then the distributor hat, then it's like the marketing hat, and then like all these hats, the father hat, the husband hat. It's like I've gotten really busy, and so one day I noticed that people tend to ask, like certain questions. Hey, tell me about your product. Oh, what was your experience? And I'm like, you know what? For me to be able to skip all that and be able to even move faster, I said, why don't I just record my own personal experience on a little 1 to 2 minute recording? And that way, when someone says, hey, tell me about your products or your experience, I can just say, hey, listen to this real quick. And then they're coming back to me saying, hey, I want more information. And I'm like, hey, go get yourself a free website, go look at the stories on the fan page. And so if you're an iPhone user, I don't have an Android, but I'm sure Android has the same capability, but I'm an iPhone user. And so if you go to your iPhone search box, you can actually type in voice memo. And there's a little recorder there that you can record a 1 minute story. You can, record as long as you want, but keep it like 1 to 2 minutes at most. And I just share my experience in 1 to 2 quick minutes, and I saved it there, and it creates a link for that specific voice memo. So then I just have it in my notes. I have 3 links on my phone, guys. I have my experience voice memo link. I have my fan page link, and I have my free website link. I'm a distributor just like everybody else, right? And so I have 1, 2, 3, and it's not always in that order, right? Sometimes I start off with a voice memo. Sometimes I start off with the free website or the fan page. The point is that's my little funnel. So I challenge every single one of you to record your own voice memo. Josie, can you give us a few tips when you're recording your own voice memo? I think it's powerful. Now that we have those capabilities, you can actually have your own link now, right? Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I always say, look, before you get ready to talk into the voice memos, which I love them because people can hear the excitement in your voice. Okay. Don't do it sitting down. Stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Take a couple good notes, have your notepad right by you. I want you to kind of run around for a minute, get excited, remember why you're here. And when you start recording, I want you to smile the whole time you are recording. A smile comes through in your voice. Be excited. You don't have to be salesy. You don't have to be pitchy. It's not about that. This is you. This is your story. This is why you are in love with this product. This is why you are an affiliate, because you believe in this product so stinking much. You want to shout it from the rooftop. If you're not there yet, then I got to ask you, are you banging your head against a wall? Are you not taking your product every single day? If you guys aren't geeked about this, if you don't realize yet what you got your hands on, look, come hang with me for a little bit. I'll fire you up. I ain't got no problem with that. I'll show you the smile, get excited, stand up. You need to be moving around when you are doing this and be excited. The other thing I would like to say, I challenge you guys, Ricky just challenged you to do the voice memo. I challenge you to perfect this out, write it out for yourself on paper. Then I want you to go take a smoking hot selfie of yourself, and I want you to go post it to the fan page. Because if you have not posted your story on the fan page yet, you are missing validation. So many people share those stories out there. Don't you want your face floating around someone else's social media? You have no idea what that will do for your business. You have no idea if we all just put our 90-second story on that fan page with a beautiful picture of you drinking your product. I don't care what it is you're doing, a yoga pose because you maybe weren't able to move your butt before because of body aches and discomfort or lethargic, whatever it may be. Get a picture, put that quick 90-second blurb right there, type it out, and throw that on the fan page. And I'm telling you, the validation that you get from that,
it's powerful, because you know why, Josie? Is like, if I'm on the fan page and I'm seeing different faces with an audio recording, all of a sudden, let's say I click on yours, Josie, I click on it and I don't know you, and I listen to it the first time and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to save this link, and I'm going to save it on my voice note guy, or on my notes now, because now, and then I'm going to put a little note section and be like, Josie's testimonial. And now all of a sudden, like, boom, it's like clockwork, because I can run into someone that doesn't have, may not relate so much to my testimonial, might be like, hey, I'm a nutritionist. I've been a nutritionist for 10 years, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Josie's been in the nutrition world for like 20 years. Hey, you know what? I want you to listen to this recording. And so this business, you all, it's all a storytelling and story collecting business. You're just collecting stories and you're just sharing stories. And
That's
so
right.
I would for sure. And by the way, if you're gonna post it on a fan page, make sure that you end it with something like, hey, get back to me, or get back to the person that shared this recording with you, right? That way we're getting people back to the right people. But I challenge everyone to do a voice memo. Take your best selfie, right? Make sure there's good lighting, post it on the fan page, or post it in the testimonial page, the private group, and we'll take it and we'll put it onto the fan page. But if you are committed to doing that voice memo, let us know in the comments below. Drop a 1 in the comments. And you know, it might take you a few times, right, Josie? It's not something that you nail the first time. Like, typically when I do this, I am walking around and I'm in front of my vision board. That always fires me up. I'm seeing images of things that get me all excited. So my voice, my voice tone is like more excited, because I have more of a monotone. I'm very like quiet type of guy. So I like to get really excited when I'm doing these. And you might have to try it a few times, have your upline listen to it a few times. And then when you hit that perfect recording, that's when you're just like, boom, that's the one that I'm going to use. And I challenge you also, when you do that recording, go back to all your free websites and say, hey, use it as a follow-up tool. Like, hey, by the way, it's been a few weeks and I know you got a free account. I know you are on the fan page, but I wanted to share with you my personal experience. Here's a quick link. Just listen to it when you get a quick minute. It's only 90 seconds long, right? And like, use it as a follow-up tool.
Ask them for a favor. People
I
are
like that.
always willing to do a favor for you. Hey, I know it's been 2-3 weeks since we chatted. I have to ask, can you listen to this for me real quick? I just updated my experience. I'd love your feedback.
Mm-hmm.
People are always willing to do a favor if you ask them. You just got to ask. That's it.
And it's like that right there, guys. Like, 1 90-second recording could make you $90 a day, right? I mean, over time. Like, and I gotta say potentially, I guess, otherwise, you know, compliance. Nonetheless, but it's the little things that you do to make a business move fast. I think sometimes people think that they have to talk for 10 minutes or for 20 minutes, but the faster you can move by doing things that let people see it for themselves, and the less you have to say, then they're saying like, oh my gosh, like I could do what Josie's doing. I could do what Ricky's doing. I can do a little recording. So those things are really, really powerful. So as we transition now, there's 2 more things I'm going to talk about, or I should say I'm going to have Josie touch on. By the way, guys, who's getting value from this? Like, let Josie know. This is all Josie, by the way. So just let her know how much she's appreciated, because this is a fantastic call. But I want to talk about the system, and I want to talk about activity around the system. So as we transition this now into the system, I'm going to give you a few steps here on what the system is. And when I share with you guys the system, you almost have to look at it kind of like, if you were, I don't know, if you're going to war and they gave you like, hey, this is your arsenals, right? And it's like, you have these tools to go to war, for example, right? So you have these tools to go to war and build your business. And so the first thing is, well, actually, real quick, I want to touch on the Autoship program, just so you all know. We've transitioned the shopping cart on the front end, on the back end as well now, right? So now what happens is when someone places an order, it says, hey, congratulations, you're saving whatever, $30 on a subscription. Your next order is this date. And they can choose to switch it to one time, and it makes the price higher. Guys, the reason for that is because we are here to create a retention-based business. NortheStar is going to be a company where if you plant your flag here and you grow something here, in 10 years from now, it's still here. In 15 years from now, it's still here, right? And so what happens is, one of the things that I want to prepare you guys for, and this is all a part of being self-responsible for your own business, but it's like, when I'm talking to my customers or my potential prospects and they're saying, hey, I'm ready to order. I'm like, great. By the way, you already have your free website. When you place your order, it's going to put you on an automatic subscription there so you can save some money. You'll see you're going to save like $30. It'll put you on an automatic subscription. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. Just click on one-time order, no big deal. You'll just pay the full retail price, no problem. But if you do decide to go on a subscription, you'll know in the first 5 to 10 days of experiencing the product how much you're going to love it. You're going to want to never run out of it. And also you can log into the subscription part of your dashboard at any time, and you can modify your subscription. So you're never here, you're never glued to something for life, right? And so what happens is, I've had people been like, great, awesome, I set up my subscription, right? There's never been, it's all about just talking to people. It's all about just education, right? And so as we get ready for like a latte launch, as we get ready for an NCT launch, when something launches like that and you go place your order, it's going to put you on a subscription as well for that specific product. If you want that actual price, place it as an auto ship order, then just go to your subscription and then just remove it and keep your original auto ship. So it creates retention. When we look at some of these big $1 billion companies, guys, that do 2 billion a year, 5 billion, 7 billion, the reason they've gotten to those levels is because they've been really good at taking care of the customer, the affiliate, and creating these retention-based programs. So before I get into the system, guys, Josie, what are your thoughts on the auto ship program, the subscribe and save?
It is, you guys, for lack of a better terminology, it's sexy. Here's what it comes down to, okay? How many of you have gone to Kohl's, to Target, to Best Buy, I don't know, whatever your local go-to store is, and they've said, you can save 15% today if you open an in-store charge? How many of you are like, I'll save 15%, give me that application. Now, young Josie, yes, young Josie did that. Older Josie, more mature Josie, doesn't have any credit cards anymore. But with that being said, how many of you, when somebody says 15%, 25%, okay, how many of you will jump on that right off the get-go? That's this exact same concept, okay? Being one of our auto shipped customers, it is giving them, basically it's giving them their bag of Pandora for free, if you want to take a look at the value of it, okay? So they're saving $38, $39, whatever it may be. They're getting their bag of Pandora for free. They are constantly in the know. They will be the first to be notified from the company when there is a new product, when there is an announcement, when there is, the list goes on and on, okay? So VIP auto ship is where it is at. That is huge. If they want to be retail, yes, you cater to them just the stinking same. But here's where it gets very interesting. If none of you, I need to know, do me a favor, drop a 2 in the comments below if you have personally set up a customer account yet. You personally, if you have set up a customer account, I want to know. Okay, so there's some of you that have set it up. Here's the importance of that. If you have not yet set up a customer account, you need to do that ASAP. You need to walk through that website yourself, just like you're a customer. Take mental note. The enroller of that website is in the upper right-hand corner, so they can click on it to make sure when you send them a link, if they click on enroller, and see your face, that means they're on the right website, right? They're not on Ricky's website. They're not on my website. They're on your website. You need to know that. Number two, you better be able to walk your customers through placing their order, because as this goes and we get busier and busier and busier, okay, I have 100 people on samples right now. What do you think is going to happen to my business? I'm going to be in the car driving down the road and I'm going to get a message. And if I can't walk my customer through placing an order, if they have a problem because they don't know how to maneuver through the website, do you want to know what's going to happen to that sale? I'm going to lose it. Because we all should know by now, when people are ready to order, they're ready to order right now. It's right now. So you need to get on there, create that customer account. You need to walk yourself through that website, get familiar with it yourself. So you can say you are going to place it on an auto ship or subscribe and save, and you are going to save $39 a month, which is getting you a bag of Pandora for free, which is amazing. If you're not ready to make that commitment yet, I'm okay with that. Let's get you started as a retail customer. And what I'll do for right now is I'll put you on my list. I'll touch base with you in 2 weeks, see where you're at, how you're loving your product. We can make an adjustment then at that point in time and get you set up on your subscribe and save for the following month. Your customers, you better be in touch with them on the first day of their product. I'd say on the third day of their product, 1 week of their product. And when it's their 1 month is up, get in touch with them again. This is not an enroll them and yay, thanks for the paycheck. There they sit. Your business will crumble. Sorry, this is customer service. You better be loving on them. You better be so stinking smart that when we get latte, your auto ship customers that are auto shipping for you every month, you better darn well be sending them a packet of that latte with a thank you card in the mail and saying, oh my gosh, you've got to experience this. That's customer service. That's what we all want. We all want to be loved that way. We all want to be appreciated that way. You guys, your customers are adding an income into your home. Start treating them like it. Don't want them.
No, and I love that because it ends up being additional retention, guys. I mean, the company will do what we can, or will always go far and beyond for every customer, make sure that we're creating more and more retention for you guys. But imagine if, like, on your end, you also have your own personal customer program, right? Where you're saying, hey, by the way, when you get on subscription, not only are you going to save money, but I also put you on my preferred customer list. And whenever we release a new product, I always send you a 3-day trial for free so you can experience it, or a 1 day or a 2 day, whatever it is, you come up with that, right? But it's like, it's those things. And you can say that, like, if you have 35 customers, right? And it's like, if you have 35 customers on a subscribe and save, it might take you an hour one time a month just to touch base and say, hey, just want to touch base, want to make sure all is good. And guess what? Those 35 customers are making you an extra $1,000 a month, which is an extra $12,000 a year. Is $12,000 a year worth an hour a month, right? And it's like, that's how we got to be thinking for even additional customer retention. So I love that you brought that up, guy. Like, it's just amazing. And by the way, I think Jessica's on this Zoom. Jessica, if you can post the Linktree link. We've created a company Linktree, just like a how-to Linktree where you guys can have videos on, like, tutorials on how to set up a subscription, how to modify your subscription, how to place all that stuff is going to be in there. She'll post a Linktree, or if someone has it, post a Linktree in the comments here. And also, guys, the North wallet should be updated by Friday, if not earlier, but by Friday of this week, the North wallet should be updated. So where now your subscriptions can be paid through the wallet. So that'll be done this week. That's something that we weren't prepared for when we had set it up, right? So nonetheless, guys, I want to get into the system and then the activity, and then we'll wrap it up. And the Zoom is being recorded. So all right, so to kick it off, guys, the system is very simple. Number one is a free website, right? And keep in mind, it's not always in this order, right? It's like, again, if you're at war and someone's shooting at you, you're not going to be like, wait, shoot, I shouldn't get this guy to shoot. No, it's like, you're going to pick up whatever darn thing you got and you're going to go shooting, right? And so it's like, so the free website is one of the first things, right? And again, I know the Cloud Office like the back of my hand. So it's like in your Cloud Office, if you click on websites, you'll see your corporate site or your regular corporate site, northstar.com/your username. And then you'll also see a free website. So you click on that and that's your free site. Again, that's what I keep in my notes. So you don't always want to log into your Cloud Office to grab it, right? You want to save it in your notes. So your free website, number one. Let me quickly have Josie touch on that for a quick minute here. But you guys, we've gotten the question a lot from people like, why a free website? What's the purpose of a free website? Josie, I'm gonna let you answer that. Why a free site?
Okay, so here's the importance of a free site. Okay, there's multiple reasons of it for me, but I want to give you guys just the key ones. Ricky just told you right here on this Zoom, free websites, free accounts are going to start getting all of the updates from the company. New products coming, sales happening, whatever it may be, buy one, get one. And I'm not saying that that's coming, but just as an example, okay? A free account means the company's doing the work for you. A free account means on day 2, when they fall in love with their sample that you send to them, they're ready to place their order. Their shopping cart is there. It's good to go for them because they've already got it set up, okay? Free accounts, tax time for you. If you're a sampler, I got 20 of these ready to go out of my house right now, okay? If you've got products sitting around your house, here's just a little insight I'm going to give you. Products sitting around your house isn't doing anything for your business. Get them in sample packs, get them in people's hands. But in order to get a sample, they have to have a free account with me. Because at tax time, I go print my free accounts, hand them off to my accountant. There's my tax write-off right there. I know that each of those people got X amount of product from me. There's the validation that my accountant needs to see. But the most important part, you guys, is because the company is going to do the work for you. You are generating a list for yourself. These are people you have talked to. You should have ATM'd them. They created a free account with you because they are indeed interested in your product, your service, or your opportunity. I hope you're following up with them. That's your follow-up list.
I love that.
It's so simple.
It is. And guys, it's like, again, I look at all the big networks out there. It's all free to be a part of it. You just get a free account and you're in, and it's a way to also be able to understand what your team members are doing. If someone comes to me and says, hey, complaining, my business isn't growing, for example. Okay, great. Well, walk me through how many free websites have you set up in the last 14 days? And they go, none or 2. You already know what your team is doing. Free websites is how you see how fast your network is going to grow over time. And so if you look at the numbers and you say, hey, my goal is to not just have me, but also my team, all of us get new websites in every single day. Free is the most powerful word in the marketing vocabulary. When you start to get free websites in, free websites in, free websites in, and all of a sudden, you know how algorithm works on the internet. They start to see NorthStar pop up here. All of a sudden they get an email from the company. All of a sudden they see a Facebook story. Boom, like they're ordering, right? And so free website is number 1. Number 2 is the fan page, facebook.com/NorthStar. Guys, the fan page is insane. Like when you see reviews there, I mean, Josie came across some info on the fan page before she even knew she wanted to join NorthStar. She was looking for a greens product. Can you walk us through that, Josie, and then maybe share with us why we should be inviting people to like that fan page upon them getting a free website?
Absolutely. So you guys, nobody presented this product to me. Nobody presented this opportunity to me. I was looking for a greens product and found Stellar X. That's how I ended up here. Now, I didn't even know that Ricky and Jess and Dee and Ashley had started their own stinking company. I knew them from the industry, but I didn't know they started their own company. I found it on your fan page. I found it on your fan page. Now, I'm not saying that I'm somebody special, but listen,
Yes, you are.
I have 5 brick and mortar businesses. I have a contact list that I have been building full-time in this industry for 7 years. I started just the same as all of you. I'm probably still at the same level as most of you because my world has been a little bit crazy as of lately. But what would you do if someone who's been in the industry for 7 years full time with a contact list over 1,500 people, has 5 brick and mortar businesses that they can also tie into their market, found your post on the fan page, reached out to you and said, hey, I read your story on this page over here. I don't quite know what it is, but I'm really interested. That's the power behind a fan page. You guys, we have NCT coming. It's going to bring big dogs sniffing. And you better be ready for those big dogs sniffing. You got to get yourself using the stinking fan page. I would encourage you guys, get on the fan page, scroll through, find 3 to 5 stories that really resonate with you, and then find 3 to 5 stories that are polar opposite of you. Okay? Chances are it's not your story that's going to pull someone in. It's going to be somebody else's story. They all know you. Your friends know you. They know little Josie. They seen me as a snot-nosed kid. They've watched me grow up. They don't really necessarily care about my story, but they know I'm passionate about something. But then I share Jess's story or Tammy's story or Ricky's story, and they go, oh, I need that because I'm a tired mom. I need that because I got dad bod, I think is what Ricky called it. I need that for whatever the reason may be. They are going to resonate with a story before they're going to resonate with you. That's how that's going to work. Start sharing a fan page story to your personal Facebook once a week. Start shooting them up into your stories once a day. If you're not using your stories for these things, you guys are nuts, because in your stories, you can see who's viewing them. And if they're viewing your story, that's a lead. If they're liking your post, commenting on your post, that's a lead. You need to be reaching out to those people. That's where you start massively taking action on your business. When they're trolling you, they're watching you, they're liking you, they're loving on your stuff, but they haven't reached out yet, you reach out. It's your business. It's your grand opening. You can't have a grand opening if you ain't going to open your mouth and talk to people about it. I do a ribbon cutting ceremony for every brick and mortar business we have. Backed by a sale. You know, you guys have got to have those conversations and share the dang fan page. Share the heck out of that fan page. I'm telling you, invite people and share the heck out of that fan page.
That's right. It goes. I think Kara just said it goes down in the DMs, and it's true. When we were putting this company together, I told Jessica, I'm like, we're gonna build it, and we're gonna build it organically. If I have to go knock door to door, I don't care. I'll go stand on a freaking corner, hand out shakes. It doesn't matter to me. We're gonna go build this thing, right? And it's like that's the way entrepreneurs think. It's like it's not just posting something and being like, hey, where's my commissions or where's the DMs? It's like, no, when someone's liking it, that's already them taking step one and engaging with you. You can engage back and just, you know, again, it's like always keeping the rule of being genuine. Hey, did you like my post on purpose or accidentally? I don't know. If you want more information on what I was talking about, it's, you know, I'd love to share something, you know, you just start engaging in conversations, but free website and fan page. And you guys, someone asked about, is this the same as Reboot, Recharge, and Inspire? Reboot, Recharge, and Inspire will be kind of just an additional tool. We'll have also a compensation plan video in there for additional resources. But the fan page is going to be like the bread and butter. It's like when you're adding people to that page and they're liking it, once again, you want to make sure that you're clicking invite so that you invite them to like it. And you also encourage them to like it, because again, it's another source of them continuing to see information. When a new testimonial pops up, it pops up in their newsfeed again, right? So it continues to market to them. So free website, fan page. The third thing is it's like 3 things. It's a 3-way call or a three-way messenger chat, or if none is available, you can actually do send them a pre-recorded call, the one that you've created, or I'm going to create one with Josie. We'll send it out to the company here in the next little bit, but a pre-recorded call, right? And so a three-way call, guys, just means that, you know, when someone has a question or they want to know more information, they've already gotten a free website, they're already on the fan page. I would just simply say, hey, when do you have a few minutes to chat, right? And I would get them on a call, and then I'd say, hey, hold on one second. I'd call Demetrius, I'd connect them on a three-way chat, and I'd say, hey, Demetrius, this is my friend Josie. She's looking at the products. She's gotten a free website. She's on the fan page. She had a couple of questions, but I wanted you to share your experience with her. Again, it can be a call, or sometimes Facebook Messenger is a lot nicer too, because you don't have to get on a call and spend a lot of times. It's just a quick three-way messenger chat that you connect them with, and everyone gets to it when they have time, or you just send them a pre-recorded call. But what's the importance, Josie, of a three-way chat or a three-way call?
Third person party validation every single time. It goes right back to the same thing as Ricky knows me. He watched me grow up. He's been a friend since high school, whatever it may be. He knows that this is my career, that this is what I do full time. But he doesn't know Joe. Okay. He doesn't know Joe's story. He doesn't know what Joe's experience with the product. And those three-way calls, you guys, do not be afraid of them. If you choose to do a three-way call, do not be afraid of them, because the goal here is, it's not for me to close your people. That's not the goal. Okay. Does that happen sometimes? Quite a few times. That will happen, but it's going to happen because you're going into it with ease. You're going into it with the confidence and the comfortableness of knowing that all you're doing is inviting your friend Susie to jump on the phone with you to hear my 90-second story. That's all it is. Hey, Josie, I got my friend Susie here. I wanted you to share your personal experience with the product with her really quick, if you would. She's got a free account. She's on the fan page already. She's taken a look at the product, and we're trying to decide what the best way is to get her started. I share my story, and then I'm going to zip my mouth. I'm going to say, Susie, you got any more questions for me that I can help you answer? It's that simple. That's it. You guys, your job as the person hosting this three-way call, so to speak, is for you to connect them. You are connecting people to the information. You sit back, zip your lip, and let the other person take the show for you. If you constantly talk over them, it'll look unprofessional. It's your 90-second story, and then it's taken focus right back to the guest. Do you have any questions? The beauty, I will say, about using a three-way chat, however, is you have a great follow-up tool, because now you have two individuals in that chat that are already on the product, and it makes it real nice when not only I can follow up with your prospect, but so can Ricky. It doesn't just leave it all to you. Touch base. We can jump back in there and go, oh, hey, Amanda, I just seen your head pop down. I seen you just got a chance to listen to that clip. Do you got any questions for us that we can help answer? So there is beauty in using those chats as well. But I'm telling you, if you can get them on a three-way call, it's just a different ball game. They're fun. They're exciting. I personally love three-way calls, but it's that third person party validation. You've got to get that. That's got to be key to your business. You've got the fan page, and that's part of that third person party. But when they can hear that excitement in someone else's voice, when they can hear someone else's experience, when they can hear someone else, who started here and is now here because of an amazing product, and they can hear it in their voice, it's a hook, line, and sinker. It really is.
And do you guys realize, like, it's all connected, right? Because a three-way call is it's literally the same thing that you've said on your recording, your 90-second testimonial. Someone connects on a three-way call. You're just saying that same thing, only you're saying it live, right? If you're not live, send the recording, have them listen to it, right? But it's the same thing. It all plays together, if that makes sense, right? So you have your free site, you have the fan page, you already know you can do three-way chats or send a pre-recorded recording that you have. And so now it's time to get into activity, right? So let's say so Josie just got me started. She connected me to 3 uplines. She's helped me understand where to get my free website, the fan page link. I'm connected to all that information. I'm going to start creating my own personal recording. But in the meantime, I have Josie's recording or I have the company's pre-recorded call. I have it saved in my notes. Now there's two things I'm going to want to do really, and get into activity fast. Because remember, a lot of these things is, if most people get ready and they never actually launch a business. But when you're launching, there's a couple of things, right? Number one, it's that time to start sending out messages, start sending out to people that you know. Number two is setting up your first friends and family call. Your friends and family call is simply a call that you create. You say, hey, I'm going to have my friends and family call Tuesday at 7 p.m. Josie's my upline and she's going to do all the talking. So that's a cool thing. Josie's going to share all her experience. I'm just going to reach out to family members that will support me and just say, hey, will you support me and be on this call tomorrow? And we'll walk you through a little bit more detail on that part and then we'll wrap it up. But Josie, can you walk us through some of those first like Blitz messages that I'm sending out as I'm running for maybe OneStar? I want to start getting my customers, affiliates. What are some messages that I start sending out to people? And then walk us through freeconferencecall.com.
Okay, so first and foremost, you guys, I know there's a lot of scrutiny out there around this. You will hear this so many different ways from so many people. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, I probably am very like-minded when it comes to how I run my business, as far as with Ricky and with quite a few other people. You have to have a list. If you don't have a list of names of where you're starting, then you don't know where you're starting at. Okay. I have been in business for myself successfully since 2012. Okay, I opened my very first brick and mortar business in 2012, and there is a list of names for every single one of those businesses. That list of names is for emails. That list of names is for sales that are going to happen, for promotions that are going to happen. So I want you to take the time and write down a list of names, okay? Now, we all have at least 10 people that are extremely close to us in our circle. Listen, this is not about being salesy. This is not about pitching them. This first round of people, more than anything, is to get you comfortable in your own skin. It's about you seeing the repetition. It's about your new affiliates seeing we all do the same thing. There's no need to reinvent the wheel, okay? My 10 people, I call it my dirt list. Laugh at me if you will. I call it my dirt list. They are my 10 friends that if I was selling dirt, they would support me because they love me. If you ain't got 10 people in your circle of friends that love you and will support you no matter what, that's for another Zoom. We need to talk about your circle of friends, okay? You need to be dismissing some people. But, okay, so it's really important to get yourself together a list. Who's that core group of friends? That core group of friends, when it comes to your friends and family call, you're just going to shoot them and you're not messaging them on Facebook. These are 10 friends that you better have their home number or their cell number. If you don't, then they're not your 10 closest friends. That's who I want you to start with because they're your practice, okay? You're going to reach out, call them. Hey, Suze, let's grab a cup of coffee. Or, hey, you got 5 minutes to talk. I'm doing this thing on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I really, really, really need your support. I need you to help cheer me on because I'm kind of nervous about this. Will you just dial into this number for me and just listen? And then let me know what you think after we're done on this call. No one's going to hear you. No one's going to even know you're there. Just listen for me and give me your feedback at the end of it. Okay, that's how I start with friends and family calls for my new affiliates. 10 friends, that's your goal. Message 10. You guys, it's common. Statistics will show 2 to 3 out of those 10 are going to show up. Those 2 to 3 are who you're going to practice with. Those 2 to 3 are who you're going to laugh with. Those 2 to 3 are going to be who you share with them. Oh my gosh, I was so stinking nervous, but yeah, I'm so excited about this. What did you think? This has to be fun. If you are not having fun with this, then you should have been a customer. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna, if you are not having fun with this, because it is a freaking riot. I'm having so much fun. I always have had so much fun in this industry, but your messages need to be short, sweet, quick, 90 seconds or less. Don't stop in the beginning. This is a big mistake everybody makes. You get so excited when someone responds to your message. You stop sending out your messages and you get stuck in a half-hour conversation with this person. And now it's time for you to go back to work. Lunch is over. Don't do that. Sit down, be intentional, set your timer for 10 minutes. And don't you dare respond to a single message until you've gotten 10 messages sent out. Then you can go back and respond. Your 10 messages need to be quick. Hey, I'm really excited about this thing that I just came across. What are you doing tonight at 7 o'clock? You have a wellness Wednesday every single Wednesday. Hey, I'm pretty geeked about this product that I just came across. If you think product's going to scare them off, don't say product. Hey, I'm pretty geeked about this thing that I just came across. What are you doing tonight at 8 p.m.? I'm going to shoot you a link and invite you there. Okay. Now, my people expect to hear product, ingredient, wellness, because I've been a nationally licensed massage therapist and an aromatherapist with a background in nutrition for 22 years. They follow me because of my education. What do your friends follow you for? Know that. Know that. So don't think you need to know it all. Don't be a product guru. Don't be an ingredient guru. Don't be a comp plan guru. You don't need to. Ricky's done that for you. Demetrius and Jess and Ashley have done that for you. It's on the back of the box. We have formulators who do that for you. Okay? Don't worry about that part. We got you there, boo. You don't got to worry about that. Be you and shoot out quick messages and have fun and challenge yourself. How many can you get out? I'm just going to say, Ricky, you said this when you were talking about retention. You guys, I keep thinking retention in my head, residual income in my head, okay? Residual income is the difference between people who have short-term goals and have a vision of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Okay, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a 5-year plan with this company, a 10-year plan with this company, a 15-year with this company, you don't deserve residual income. It's just that simple. You deserve that quick hit. That's all you deserve. You got to get in this and know that 30 days, you're not going to bankroll. You're not going to. And if anybody told you you're going to bankroll in 30 days, then they lied to you. It's just not the truth. Is the potential for you to massively grow your paycheck and impact your family there for you to do it in 30 days? Sure as heck is if you've got an already established market or you ain't afraid to go, pardon my French, balls out and message every single person that's on your friends list. But you can't take 20 days to build a relationship. Can't take 2 months to build a relationship. That story that you keep hearing, you got to build relationships with these people before you reach out to them. I guarantee I'm touching more people than you do because I'm not taking 20, 30 days to build a relationship. I'm being real and upfront right off the get-go. Because if you built a relationship with me for 20 days and then said, hey, would you want to take a look at, I'm going to know right off the get-go. You just did that so you could ask me the question. Ask the question. Don't be afraid to ask the question. So I went off on a tangent. I'm zipping it.
No, that's and that's facts. I'll tell you guys right now, I am the same way. And it's not just about doing what Josie says or what I say. It's about looking at it from the other perspective of people respect that more. Like Josie said, if you're asking me about my dog, about where I live, if my health is okay, and then just, oh, hey, by the way, I want to share my business with you, then I'm like, oh, that's all you wanted, right? But instead, if I haven't talked to someone in 2 years, or if I've only known someone for 2 weeks, listen, I've only known you for a couple of weeks. Sorry if this sounds like so blunt, but I want to share something with you. Or, hey, I know we haven't talked in 2 years. That's my bad. I hope you're well. I hope January is off to a good month, but I want to give you a quick update. Let me share something with you, right? And people respect it more, right? I love that. So, all right, last thing, guys, and then we'll wrap it up. So we've covered a lot today, but I will say, make sure you go to your voice memo. You do your 90-second recording. Josie covered what to say on the story, right? And then I would challenge everyone to rock a friends and family call. Now, here's the thing, right? We use freeconferencecall.com. It's the concept more than anything, right? Because if you're a Zoom person, do a Zoom. If you are a Facebook person, do a dual live. It's about having your market hear from someone else that's not you. So it's not just about you doing a Facebook live, it's bringing somebody on. But in this scenario, we're going to talk about freeconferencecall.com, because I think everyone should have a free conference call number. And remember, these calls aren't meant to, like, you don't have to pack it up with 50 people, 100 people, 500 people. You pack it up with 3 people, and then you have someone sharing their experience, your upline sharing their story, a little bit about the company. Those 3 people are more likely to order than if they walked into a room and there's 10,000 people and they're like going like, what the heck is happening, right? It's more intimate. So Josie's going to share her screen here, but Josie, can you walk us through how to set up a free conference call number? And then we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll shoot out the recording in an email here in a little bit.
I sure will. I think. Is this what I want? It's not showing me my stinking screen here, guys. Hang on a second.
Okay, I just made you a co-host.
I think I got it now. Ta-da. All right. Bear with me. We are in screen share mode here, and I've got 20,000 things going on here. So freeconferencecall.com is what you guys want to go to. This is what it's going to look like on that home screen. We're going to make a mock one up real quick just so I can show you guys, okay? So you're just going to put in your email.
Real quick, if you're on a mobile phone, guys, just swipe to the left so you can see the full screen. I believe that's how it works on a Zoom.
Okay, so you're going to create a password. You're going to go ahead and do your email, create my free account. There was a problem creating this account. Hang on. Maybe because I've been sitting quiet for so long. You know what I mean? I've had everything sitting in. Oh, well, forget about it. Okay, you see, you just seriously fill out your email address and your password. I don't know why it is not letting you do that. So I'm just going to show you what my account looks like, because I have an account with them. So once you get all set, you literally will come to this home screen right here. They are going to automatically generate you a number, an access code. You will pick your online meeting ID. You'll have a host pin. This whole portion of it is free, you guys, okay? I also add on to mine every single month for $3.95. I add on so that I only have one number. My people do not have to enter in an access code to gain access to it, and it just makes it simpler. It makes it an easier world. This is 100% free. This is not going to cost you anything. I highly encourage you all to just go to freeconferencecall.com and set it up. There's a ton of different features that you have here. You can see where I asked you, these are all your different options just as a free account. To host a meeting, to join a meeting, to invite. There's an app you can download, go through your settings. It is very simple. So I encourage you to get this. The other thing,
right
Ricky,
here,
if you don't mind, what? Yes.
No, just right here real quick on, so just so you guys know, that panel right there, like Josie said, the dial-in number is the number that you're always going to have. So you save that number in your phone, because that's the number you're always going to dial into, and that's the number you're always going to have other people dialing into. And if you pay the $3.95 a month, you don't have to, because this is free if you to have an access code. But if you don't want an access code and you say, hey, $4 a month is fine, then you don't need an access code, meaning that people just dial in and they're plugged in. If you don't pay that, that's okay. For many, many years, tens of thousands of people do this with an access code. So it's no big deal, right? So your access code is, the access code is the code that someone would dial in to be entered into the conference line. So let's say Josie put together a flyer with her face on it, my face on it, and said Thursday night at 7, for example. She'd put in dial in number, she'd put that number, and then below that, she'd put the code, and she'd put the 8346420. Boom, done. Okay. Now the host pin right there, the 9897, is the pin that she would dial in so that the system recognizes her as the person that's going to be running the call. So she can mute the call. She can open up the call. And if she wanted me on the call, she'd have me dialed in the same number, and I'd use that, and she'd send me that host pin. So I would also dial the 9897. And that's it. But go ahead, Josie.
And that's just it. It's that simple. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, and I don't know how many of you have ever seen this or noticed this, okay? I'm going to go to my Facebook for a minute, and I want to help you guys just real quick with follow up, okay? I want to help you with samples. I want to help you with how to create a list that's going to make your world a little bit easier. If you go to your personal Facebook and just go to the actual news feed portion of it, you have to do this from a desktop. This has to be done from a desktop or a laptop. You cannot do this from a mobile device, okay? Once you're on your news feed, over here, you will see where it says friends. Click on friends, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see something that says custom list. I want you to click on custom list. And I want to show you, these are my lists that I have created for my business, for working this, that makes things a little bit easier, okay? These are follow-up people. This is a test that I created today so I could show you guys how to do this. My customers, and they're not all in here. I have not updated this in probably almost a stinking month because of Christmas and everything, but prospects, people I am talking to, people I am prospecting to, all of my samplers, okay? These are not even all of my samplers. I literally have 100 people on samples right now. But I want to show you real quick the beauty behind creating these little custom lists over here. I can come in at any time and click on samplers. I can go to the person's name, click on their name. I'm on their page. I can send them a message right from here, okay? My customers, I can go to a customer, I can click on their name, and I can follow up with that customer and say, hey, we have a huge promo coming. Are you ready for it? All right. This whole little list thing that you have the ability to do is beautiful. I'll show you how simple it is to add a friend. So I put follow up in tonight. I have not added anybody. You literally click add a friend, type in their name. There's Ricky. Hit the blue check next to it and hit save changes.
I want to know what list I'm really going on. Which list you got me on here, Josie?
I just put you in my
friend, right? Okay, I'm just giving.
Yeah, the black ball list. Is that what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's so you guys, this is amazing. It just makes your life in your world a little bit easier when you've reached out and you've talked to somebody and you've ATM'd them. Put them in your prospect list, and then you just go to your prospects and you just start rolling through names to follow up with people, and you can go and shoot them a message just that quick. So it's just something that I have found over the years that I absolutely stinking love. And the other thing that I will tell you guys, if you've never, ever done it, because I know we've given you a lot of tips and tricks on here tonight, print off your friends list. Print your friends list off so you have it, and start going through and messaging those people one at a time. You don't have to be on Facebook. You can be very intentional. You can stay on task and take good notes. make sure you're ATMing them. If you are not adding them to the fan page and tagging them in a post and following up with a message, you're missing a crucial step to our business. And it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. It really is. So
I love this, guys. Josie has done millions upon millions in sales, and so it doesn't like surprise me that she's disorganized, not disorganized. I meant this organized. Because I'll tell you guys right now, it's a lot of these things are automated, and I know for me it's that same way. Like in the morning, I mean, you can ask Jessica. Like literally within like 45 minutes out, like I can be done. I've reached out to 20 people. I followed up with 20 people. I sent out some friend requests. I followed up with people that are on day 1 or day 3 or week 1 on the product. Like it's all automated, and it's literally all in my personal iPad. This is where I drive everything. Up until last year, I was literally just using a notebook. I'd write people's names down, but I was organized, guys. It's one of those things that if you're organized, it's going to just create more freedom for you. Because when you're not organized, you're spending more time trying to figure out who did I talk to, who did that sample go to, what's going on, where are we at in this conversation. I stay organized, and I never delete my messages on Facebook, because then I can reach out to someone and I'm like, oh wait, I already talked to them about the business, right? Nothing worse than reaching out and saying the same thing, and they're like, dude, you just literally said that last time, and you're like, oh, my bad. ATM means add tag message, add them to the fan page, add them to the group, tag them in the comments, stay in messenger conversation. It's really the things that we talked about. So I challenge every single one of you. NCT experience, you all, is what we're transitioning into. So there are 3 things that I want to end this call with. And by the way, just everyone say thank you so much to Josie. We're going to be doing another training where we're going to dive in more onto even social media and a sticky note challenge that she does that is unbelievable. I've done it one time and it's just incredible. But there are 3 things. Number 1, all of us are committing to making sure that we are knocking out our story in 90 seconds or less on a voice memo. All right, everybody if you commit to that, let me know. Put a 1 in the comments below for number 1 is your experience on a quick 90 seconds or less on a voice memo on your phone, on an Android or on a Apple device, right? And you're going to say that in your notes. Number 2, and make sure you take a selfie and post it on the fan page or in the group, and we'll put it on the fan page. Number 2, everyone needs to go get a free conference call number. So go to freeconferencecall.com. If you can type it in, well, I'll type it on real quick. Freeconferencecall.com. Go in there, set up your free number. Okay. And number 3 is set up your first friends and family call with your upline. Reach up to your upline, say, hey, when can we schedule it? I would challenge everyone to do it in 72 hours or less. And we're going to get this ball moving, you guys. I mean, it really is so simple. It's just sharing stories, whether you're sharing stories on a friends and family call or on a Zoom, whether you're sharing stories through the fan page, whether the company is sharing stories on your behalf through emailing, whether it's sharing stories on a Wellness Wednesday, all those things, you all, it's just sharing stories. And so Josie, I'm going to let you wrap it up, my friend, and we are good to go.
Okay, so you guys, honestly, I want you to do yourselves a favor. I want you to go hashtag on your personal Facebook right now. I want you to hashtag NCT experience. I want you to hashtag that on your wall with some fire emojis, okay? The whole reason behind this, as NCT starts to unfold, as you are posting all of your NortheStar information out there on your social media, I hope you're doing 1 product direct post a week. I hope you're doing 1 business direct post a week. I want you to use the hashtag NCT experience. And then on Friday, I want you to go click on that hashtag, and I want you to watch the stories that we start to unfold. That's the beauty behind a hashtag. That's the beauty behind a movement. You are here. You are a part of it. Be proud of it. Scream loud about it, and get ready. If you're there, that's your goal, to change your family's life with what is coming. Get ready now. What does NCT stand for?
That
Are you telling them what it stands for yet?
not yet. Some of you guys have
Okay.
caught on, but if you haven't, don't post it. We'll be releasing something here very, very soon.
Yeah, just watch, you guys. That's your hashtag. That's why people use hashtags. Click on that, and it's going to drive you to a whole news feed where you're going to see our stories start to unfold. Start hashtagging NCT experience, because that's what you are a part of. It's a movement.
I